it's Nina.
And Ashley back with the bullshit.
And this is the Young and Getting It podcast.
Episode 33.
Hey,
Hopefully we were right too.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be trash if we didn't know? It's our podcast. But just so you guys know, you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Search Young and Getting It podcast. Getting does not have a G at the end of it. You're going to put an apostrophe there.
The slang way.
You know, you're going to slang it out in the slang way. Young and Getting It podcast. We're also on SoundCloud.com/WeAreYAGIP. On both of these platforms, you can follow, subscribe, like us, comment, review. There's so many things you can do to interact with us, and we love it. Mm-hmm. We're also on YouTube. Search Young and Getting It podcast. Yes. And we're also on GooglePlay, Stitcher, and Pocket Cast because we're all on a million platforms. Yes.
All over the world. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at YAGI_podcast. You can also find us on Facebook, facebook.com YAGIPOD. And we have our website, weareYAGIP.com. And then we have our email, ashleyandninapod@gmail.com. And a bitch finally got her life together and got that Google Voice number.
Hey.
So you could text us, or I guess call and leave a voicemail, whatever you prefer, to 323-486-3811. The number again is 323-486-3811. So give us a text. I know it took me forever to get my life together, but I mean, it's getting there. Yes. And y'all can text us because it's 2018. Who even sends an email though?
Right. It's so funny because people do say that. They're like, emails are really ancient. But it's like you go to work and you use emails.
Yeah, I use my email at work for important shit. But otherwise, if I want a quick response or quicker response, because at my job, we're pretty good with emails, I'll just text my manager.
You know what's really weird? When you hear about couples who broke up and then they're like, he emailed me. And I'm like,
yeah. Oh, but
why?
when I broke up with my ex in freshman year, he emailed me several times.
He did?
Until I went off on that nigga and said, stop fucking emailing me, basically.
Oh my God.
I don't need you in my life.
They just find
negativity.
Yeah, they just find the one route.
Yeah.
That they can get to you.
Don't talk to your ex.
I have 4 email addresses. So yeah, if they want to get in contact with me, they're going to email me. But yeah, so these past couple of weeks have been very interesting.
Intense. So
yeah,
our episode last week was, I'm going to say it pre-recorded. So we didn't get to talk about Triple X because it happened afterward.
Right.
And that, people on Tumblr, y'all niggas is wild.
Oh no.
What
are they doing?
People were like, oh yeah, I'm dancing on this nigga's grave. I'm happy he's dead. Finally.
Whoa, calm
thank
down.
God. And this one girl was like, if you feel sorry for Triple X, let me know right now so I could block you. And she was serious about blocking people. And
that's the devil speaking through people.
Right, bitch.
I'm not gonna praise. It's like if a murderer. If a murderer dies, I just say nothing. Because you want to applaud, but I don't think God wants you to do that.
And that's what I'm like. I understand what he did and know his because people were saying just because he's dead doesn't mean that he didn't do all this stuff to these people.
Yeah,
it's yes, he did beat a pregnant woman, his girlfriend. He did beat somebody when he was in jail because they were gay and they were staring at him.
Really?
And he was using I think the story was he was gay and the guy was gay and he was using the restroom and the guy kept staring at him and he told the guy if you keep staring at me, I'm gonna come over there and beat your head in. And the guy kept looking at him, so he beat him up, but near death.
Oh
yeah, he almost killed that nigga.
Oh, so he had issues. He had issues. It was very obvious.
And that's why I'm in my head I'm first of all, people are super inhumane and nobody has feelings anymore, and that's why the world is fucked up, because y'all all want to dead your feelings.
Right.
I'm not saying I'm sad that he's gone, but it's I'm really not about to celebrate that shit.
Nope.
Because I would never want anybody to dislike me that much. The fact where I die, you're happy.
And this boy literally had tattoos on his face.
And the thing is, he was he was young as shit.
He was a boy.
He was 20, so he wasn't a boy, but he was young as shit.
But like relatively,
and I know at that age I was trash.
At 20, you're dumb.
You're dumb and you're trash. Who is not trash at 20? I'm not saying I was out here beating people and like
but your
doing all this shit, but like I was trash.
Your mind ain't right and shit at that age.
I also saw people saying if you're out here making excuses for Triple X now that he's dead, just say you're an abuser too and go, or say that you advocate for abusers. I hate the oversimplification in 2018.
Yeah,
y'all motherfuckers get on my nerves like trying to dumb shit down and like
you don't even know this nigga.
Yeah, and like I understand I'm guilty with this shit sometimes too, but it's just like that's that guilty by association bullshit. And it's like, no, it's like we know how to like separate shit and examine it and not jump to a conclusion just based on what everybody else is doing because you want to feel included.
The age of social media.
Yeah. And then the people celebrating his death, it's like Hitler was a horrible person and I don't ever want him to come back, but I'm like, yeah, so happy Hitler's dead.
Yeah, I'm like
so happy.
I just
like no, it just doesn't happen for me like that.
Yeah, I'm sure Jews feel that way, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm like, yeah, like Triple X's victims, I'm pretty sure they feel that way.
You know what fucked up? The girl that he beat pregnant, they're like vandalizing her shit because they're like, the people who are his fans are like, well, you brought all these problems into his life. It's like he beat her ass. Why are you
she
now?
Didn't do anything.
She didn't do anything. Oh no, that's tied into the next story. But yeah, like it's just the basically what brought to my mind is the angles that people come at where it's like, I hate him. I don't care that he died, or like he had great music and he was depressed and I
finally listened to a song today. I was like, I have never listened to this.
That nigga made good music.
He actually, yeah.
I was
very surprised with like, because I clicked the ones with the stars, on iTunes. I'm like, let me click the ones with the stars. Let me see what this is about. And I was just like, I didn't know he sounded like
he was out here making songs.
I never gave him attention. The only time we gave him attention when we were talking about that Kodak Black song, and we quoted that line. Yeah, and then the last time I wifed a bitch, she claimed I beat her. And it's so funny. Well, ironic that that's the same thing that people are celebrating once he's dead. Like they're like, well, bringing to light, like, well, he beat bitches, so I'm happy he's gone. Like,
y'all need to, and this is the thing, like,
why it's like
not all of y'all are Christian, but I am.
It's like, does anybody have a good heart anymore?
Do y'all even care about karma? Because you talking about all this stuff. Don't act like karma ain't gonna come back and tap you for saying something.
And the power of death and the power of death and life is in the tongue, right? Isn't that how that Bible verse goes?
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep.
I know that one very well. If I don't know anything else about the Bible, which I don't even fuck with, that is one thing I know out of it.
Right.
So y'all speaking that evil into your life, just like that nigga spoke evil into his life, because he was talking about, if you want something, you're gonna have to kill me. That nigga died.
And it was kind of messed up how people were reposting that and being like, "Welp, here you go." Like,
he got what he was asking for. The nigga was depressed. I am not making an excuse for him.
On his face that said numb, and then his like eyelids said something else depressing. Yeah. Like he literally tattooed how depressed he was on his face.
And he had that song like that I listened to today talking about, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself. Like, I just want to know, why do other races get to claim insanity and being mentally unstable, but then when it comes to the Black community, when there's somebody that is clearly mentally unstable and has a mental health disorder, it's like, well, they did this, that, and the other, so I can't see past that. And it's just like, you have to understand he did some of these things because he had a problem. Like,
this nigga had very obvious mental health issues.
That nigga needed help.
He tattooed on his face how sad he was. Like, you guys, that is the biggest cry for help that I've ever seen, because I never looked at his tattoos. And then when I saw it, I said, his face says numb and something else.
And it was alone, I think.
Alone.
One's numb and the other one's alone.
Yes.
Like,
you guys, he's saying he's numb and alone.
Didn't he like shave his eyebrows off before?
He dyed his whole
that nigga was weird.
He looked very scary. I was actually very scared to look at his face, and not even trying to insult him. I was scrolling down Instagram and could not look anymore because it was scaring me.
Like, how do you?
I thought it was one of those. You know how they do those pop up like exorcist things and they try to scare you. When I scrolled down my timeline, it did that to me. Like, that really scared me. But someone who wants to look like that is just like, he don't care.
He needs some help, just like that other nigga that looks like the Joker. I don't even know his name.
The Joker.
Yeah, he's like this one black nigga. Boom gang. Boom gang.
Oh,
Him.
Boom Gang. That
Boom
nigga.
gang.
Yeah, whatever the fuck he is.
All these mentally ill people out here.
Tattoos
like, y'all,
all over
stay
their
away from
face.
drugs.
Stay away.
I'm pretty.
man.
I was listening to like all that shit surrounding his death. Like how one rapper was like telling him like stay away from the lean and something like in an Instagram message. So it's like it was very apparent he had a lot of issues going on. And it's just like, I don't know, this is hard for me to handle because y'all gonna feel away. Y'all gonna be like, oh, well, she supports abusers. And I'm like, I don't support abusers, but I do support rehabilitation,
and
you know?
And I support people who have mental health issues.
Yeah.
And so, like, I support people who have gone through a lot, too, because when it comes to people like Bad Baby, people hate her because she was that ghetto-ass bitch on Dr. Phil. One, whoever's writing her music is doing a great job.
Wonderful. Keep coming out with them bangers.
Two, plus, mind you, she's a little girl. She went through a lot in her 15 years of life. So obviously when she came on Dr. Phil, she was hurt. She was damaged. She was angry. Like,
and how do kids represent sadness? How do people usually represent sadness? Anger and violence.
So people talk about her attitude on there, but there's a reason why you haven't seen any of that after is because she's probably dealing with her issues. Hopefully they put her in therapy. That would actually
I would hope.
Or maybe her and her mom.
Her mom and her mom seem to be getting along.
You know what's really
now.
funny? I was like, her and her mom seem very close. And I was like, did your mom just put you on Dr. Phil? Because she's wild at the mouth. She doesn't stop with the mouth. And so I was like, maybe that's why your mom put you up there. Because I'm like, you and your mom is close. So what happened here? Like, I think her mom was just probably wild and letting niggas in the house left and right, you know? But yeah, like back to XXX Tentacion. Like, I root for people who have mental health issues. I root for it. So it's like, yeah, you shouldn't be. I'm never going to be like, oh, he's beating women. Just like, if you guys ever listen to the podcast, My Favorite Murder, I just got onto it. It's very fucking interesting. And I can't help myself but to listen to it, but I don't listen to it at night. I don't listen to it before I go to bed. I don't listen to it if I'm feeling negative at all because it is frightening to hear the different ways people die. But when you hear the stories of the people who killed, I'm like, oh, your life was terrible. Like the story I just finished today, it was a lady in Mexico. She only killed old ladies, and like it's because growing up her mom treated her like dog shit. So her mom would sell her to men for alcohol, just selling her to men for alcohol, selling her to men for alcohol, selling her to men for alcohol, to the point where her mom permanently sold her to a man. And so her hatred towards her mom as an old woman made her kill a ton of old women. So she became the old woman strangler.
And she choked him, so it was personal.
And it's like she got arrested. She went to jail for 10 murders, but it's like there was a ton of old ladies killed. So and the thing is, she only admitted to the one that she got caught at. So it's like they linked her to 17 murders, but they're saying that she actually probably killed like 30 to 40 old women. Like, yeah, it was really fucked up. And it sucks because it's like, yeah, you're crazy because your mom treated you like dog shit your entire life.
Right. I don't know what happened to Triple X. I know I read like a little bit of something saying like he started acting out at a young age in school.
He looked bad as fuck.
Right. He looked like a bad little fucking boy.
How you have eye bags at 4? Like, damn, what happened?
Right. Like, but it's just like, y'all make me so in this world it's so hard to have an opinion about something, especially like that's something other than the ordinary, because y'all is really celebrating his death. I'm not about to cry over it, but I would expect like y'all to handle it in a different way, you know. But then it's like, again, it's Tumblr, y'all, like people and just the internet in general, y'all people are immature as fuck. Rudeness and being disrespectful and not having a heart, not caring about anything is what is in right now. So y'all motherfuckers gonna say anything ruthless to get attention and get the reblogs. That's fine if that's your MO. But for me, I'm just like, I'm not trying to say these evil things about people.
Yeah, it's so bad. Like,
it's just too evil for me.
And that ties into like the other tragedies that have been happening because people are just so freaking heartless. Like, first of all, people are so desensitized because, I mean, only a few people caught this, but remember, XXX Tentacion was banned from Spotify. And then before he died, they allowed his music to be on Spotify, but it was not on any featured playlist. So you had to actually search his song. Okay. It couldn't just like pop up on something. And then when he died, they created an XXX Tentacion playlist. And I was like, so you're going to make money off of his death. Spotify, you just banned him though.
I mean, money talks, though. Yeah. Money talks.
Keep the same fucking energy.
They banned R. Kelly, too.
Yeah, but R. Kelly needs to stay off.
R. Kelly does. I mean, I caught myself the other day.
Listening to
it was like,
hard.
It was yesterday, yes. And the song came out. I was like, oh, this is my shit. And then I sang like a few bars and I was like, yep, gotta skip it.
Because you realize he's talking about a fucking
13-year-old.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't support that. So this is like, you guys, you can have your opinions, just find different ways of execution. Mine is I don't touch anything related to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
I need to delete it off my phone. You know, that's just a whole nother bitch with Apple Music, but it's okay. I'm going to do it. And then I don't touch anything with Tekashi Kukala 6ix9ine, whatever. Anytime I see him, I don't click that shit, nothing, because it's like I don't support him.
Yeah, he's really wild. And then after XXX died, he came back like, yeah, man, I need to stop.
Yeah, Char was telling your ass, my fellow Cancer.
Sorry, you know what just popped up in my head? An R. Kelly song, and what he said, I was like,
what did he say?
Seems like you're ready.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. It seems like
never could watch Players Club again the same way.
Because if you're our age, we're ready. It don't seem like we're ready. We have experience.
Bitch,
we're ready. So who you talking about? It seems like a little girl who don't got no experience.
A little girl that's. And you look mature now.
Yeah, you might have you sucked a dick before?
Oh God,
you know, creepy ass men do be asking little girls.
I'm glad I have never been asked that question.
I've met a pimp once, and thank God, that's the only thing that happened is I met him. That's because obviously we know people who went further than that,
right?
So
hanging out all night, like bitch, what?
And then get confused when he does pimp shit. You better
bitch,
stop.
He a pimp. He told you.
Yeah, but like right after the XXX Tentacion, which I believe it's a week and a half ago, then that 15-year-old boy was killed on the street.
Oh man!
And everything that happened made sense until everyone ran away and that boy was alone.
Mm-hmm.
Because I even understand the bodega owner saying they were closing. First of all, I understand him being like, "This is clearly some gang shit. I don't want," because the bodega owner knew it was a gang. He actually knew it was a gang, and he assumed the little boy had something to do with that gang stuff. So he actually was like, "I don't know what you got to do with this gang stuff, but get out." This is before he got hurt. Yeah. But for you to watch, you
heard him.
You watched them drag him.
Yeah,
because they dragged him from one end of the surveillance to the other end of the surveillance,
and he's like gripping the wall,
and he doesn't know what's going on. So imagine what's coming out of his mouth. He might even be speaking Spanish because those other boys were all Dominican, like. But it's like that was where it became traumatizing. And then obviously, like, I don't watch a lot of videos, but I did watch that one. You didn't watch it, right?
I watched it.
You watched it.
I just had the biggest like light bulb go off in my head.
What?
I feel like this is a setup
for what?
Trump's agenda.
I mean,
sometimes I believe in conspiracies.
I got scared. I was like, "What's happening?"
You know how ICE is cracking
shaking
down. You know how ICE is cracking down on illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
And Trump's main ploy is that illegal immigrants come here, and they're murderers and they're rapists and they're criminals. How convenient is it that 5 niggas that only speak Spanish drag somebody out the store and kill them?
Yeah, they were really dumb. You know, it's more than 5 people too, right?
It was more?
Yeah, because a week before they got him, they got somebody else. And that nigga lived. Yeah, so it was a huge gang hit on people, you know?
For what? Like, because I had heard that they thought he released a video of some girl with the sex tape.
I mean, because I hope that picture wasn't real, but online they post, this is who they were supposed to get, which is like, don't do that, because then they're going to go get him.
Yeah.
But they posted a picture like, this is who they were supposed to get and this is who they got, and they did look the same. And then people were like, what happened to that guy? Everybody's all of them are under, from what it seems like, because they would have said the actual boy died, they're all under police custody. So they're all like changed their name, have to live somewhere random. And the girl in the video, or the girl related to the video, she's also in protective custody.
My God.
The girl who is associated with the killers, she's not in custody, but now the police are monitoring her Instagram. Like, they're on her Instagram, and it says it on her Instagram, like, being monitored by NYPD.
Wait, how do they do that?
Because people are giving her death threats. Because, okay, I didn't like her profile when I saw it, though. First of all,
I didn't even look.
It was private, but what I didn't like, it was like, because they're saying that she was the one who conducted getting the boy there so that they can kill him. And so she's like, her caption on her page was, I don't know why people are saying I have anything to do with it. Free my bros. She said, free my bros. I said, okay, so you have something to do with it. Don't ever write free my bros when they just killed somebody. What? Okay, first of all, we need to tangent. Why do people say free my when they did the crime?
Nigga, if you are guilty, I am not saying free shit. Keep
what?
your fucking ass in jail.
Free Meek Mill.
Never.
That's about it.
No,
I don't know.
didn't even say free Meek Mill.
I didn't say
that nigga was breaking the law.
I didn't say it either.
Fuck that. Like,
That's
I'm
funny.
tired. Like,
That nigga was
look,
breaking the law.
if you breaking the law, I can't do anything for you.
Because you weren't supposed to break the law because you're on probation.
Right?
So you need to lay low.
And sadly for those immigrants who are having their illegal immigrants, quote, quote, that are having their children taken, yes, I mean, you're breaking the law technically. Is it an unjust law? Yes. So there has to be something done about it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen so much of that talk. It's like, just because something's legal doesn't mean that it's like it has morality to it. And that's very true.
Yeah.
But we just have to work on changing it. Until then, if you're there and that's your job, I hope you're not. I hope you're not enforcing it, but at the same time, I understand you got a family to feed. And that's why people that be like, well, it is your job to do it, but that doesn't mean you have to. Like, okay, but you gonna pay their bills though?
Right.
I know it sounds very like immoral, but it's just like at certain points in time, you have to be realistic.
Yeah.
Like, cause things may not be being done right, but at the end of the day, some people care about their families more.
Right.
Like, some people care about their families more than a cause. I'm sorry. Like,
that's
they're not gonna put their family in jeopardy to support the cause of somebody else's family. And like, not everybody,
it's their prerogative.
Yeah. And like, not everybody is selfless enough to be like, well, I'm not gonna do it. That's not right. Like, I'm gonna quit this job. Like, not everybody has the luxury to be able to do that. So for like, in this day and age, like, social media puts so much of a heavy like influence on people when they do something that's like out of the norm or just not what you should be doing in a situation. But it's just like, there's so many factors behind so many factors.
And I can even correlate that to Kanye being like, oh, slavery was a choice. And without him, I mean, I know he meant something different.
He
but
definitely did.
What the problem with that statement is, everybody wanted to revolt. They were just going to get murdered if they chose to.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with people here. Some people want to protest, but you might get in trouble for being a protester and lose your job.
Yeah.
There's some things you can't. Or you want to protest, but you have 4 kids and you work 2 jobs and you don't have a car. You know, like,
there's
I
so
don't have
many
time.
factors.
We're in school right now. Nina, does not have time right now to do any activism work.
Like, if I went and protested, that would mean a homework assignment is not
getting missed.
Done. Like, something's getting missed. I'm not, like, I already don't get sleep.
You're going to miss the gym. Like, you're going to miss. Literally have to cut the gym out of my life to get good grades.
Yep.
So imagine if I chose to do something else. Nah, it's not. So, people can't blame us not us, but everyone just for what they choose to do. Well, you can only blame people for doing bad things. That's all you can do.
That's it. And hold them accountable.
Yeah, so I do feel bad for that 15-year-old boy.
Me too.
Imagine being 15.
That's scary as shit.
And you have no idea why that is happening to you. And then, okay, going back to why I was horrified, he gets dragged out, murked. They say in the video he got murked. And in the video, they actually say that people are across the street yelling, "Stop! Stop!"
I think I heard one with audio.
Yeah. Okay.
And they were yelling.
It was a lady,
stop.
right?
Yeah. And then I even read the article on it, and the article said that too.
People were yelling, "Stop!" So when everyone runs away,
I mean, are you okay? So this is where I'm like, if you see somebody getting attacked by a machete, are you really gonna go over there?
Nope.
So then,
nope. But that's why I said when everyone runs away. When everyone's gone, this is the part that broke my heart, was the fact that everyone ran. He gets up and he's like, meh, runs back in the bodega. I see the video of him run back in the bodega. Did you notice the blood on the floor? It's terrible. Because I think I saw a second one that someone posted, which I was like, what the fuck? But there's a video the video of him running back in the bodega and him like super startled, like just like, just like, ah. And in the video, you see it's black and white. So you see just darkness hitting the floor as he's walking, like puddles. I think he hit his jugular.
Carotid?
I think it's the
jugular or carotid.
Yeah, one of them. They hit a major one.
Yeah.
So they hit a major one. So now it's, it squirts. So they hit a major one. You see in the video, the shit is just on the floor. And the guy in the bodega doesn't help him.
Yeah.
Dude, he's dying. Lock your door and let him stay inside. Do something.
And put pressure on the wound.
Some nurses were nearby too. And yeah, there were nurses that were like in the bodega or right outside the bodega. Yeah. And then so this bodega guy fucked up. So then he runs out back on the corner and standing there like this. Like all you see is him just like well, you guys can't see what I'm doing, but he's just like standing there with his arms up, like in a very like, I'm helpless, someone please help me, please help me. You know, he has the stance that's screaming, please help me, and nobody helps him. And then you just see him like settle himself and then start running. Mind you, you can't run
when you're bleeding out
because your heart is now pumping more. So now you're squirting more, which is why this boy collapsed right in front of the hospital and died right in front of the hospital. How? You guys, I completely understand. Same with XXX. Yeah, you're not going to come up when the guy's shooting him.
Yeah.
You're going to see him get shot and stand there and be like, is he gone? Is he gone?
Yeah.
Okay, I think he's gone. Then you step in, take your shirt off, because I don't give a fuck. If someone's neck is bleeding and all I have is a bra on, I'm taking my shirt off. What is a shirt? What is a Fashion Nova shirt?
But it's like for us too, I don't feel like we're normal people, especially like since we've been in the medical field. Like I feel like as a healthcare professional, since I've been one for so long, I have more empathy than most people do.
Yeah, that's true. You won't pull out your phone first.
I would not pull out my phone. If I'm pulling out my phone, I'm calling 911.
Police, yeah.
Like that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, we have to realize we do live in like a suburban neighborhood. They was in fucking New York.
It was in the hood.
That shit was hood as fuck.
That's ghetto.
They know there's gang members. Like people are afraid.
The Bronx is scary, and the thing is with the gang culture is I get why it sucks for the bodega owner because he's gonna lose his business, but for sure. But like. You know, the bodega was actually open days after, but people protested so heavy to make sure no one would buy from him for 10 days. No one, and then he closed it. And so he's not going to operate that anymore, which is like, yeah, if you're going to build a business and you're not ready to help a little boy screaming for help, you don't need to be here.
Because it's like silence it means you're standing by that person.
Yeah. I know you don't want to get involved.
Standing by the people that did something wrong.
Yeah. And I do feel bad because it's like, I understand the feeling.
He was probably scared too.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. He literally said, I don't want no parts of this gang shit. Get out. That's why that boy got dragged out. He said, no. I'm not doing this. No.
I'm not getting chopped up.
I'm not getting.
He has a family to take care of too.
These boys, I think these boys walked into the bodega with the machete in their hands.
Probably.
Like, and so I get that, and it sucks because I also understand the boy being alone and scared, and people being like, them niggas might come back. I can't. No.
There's just so much.
There's so many things, and I just hope, like, I know the media is portraying whatever they want to portray. I just hope that people actually made the effort to call 911.
Yeah.
I actually played in my head, and I was like,
I think they did.
If we had a car nearby, if I had my car, I would have thrown his bloody body into my car and drove him so fast down to that place. You know, like, fuck my car. You know, it's just on that level of like, but it sucks because they might have thought this boy was a gang member, and why am I? Why am I gonna help him when he might pull out a gun?
They did that to my brother when he got shot. They treated him like a gang member until my parents came down there and said, why is my son out in the hallway on a gurney bleeding with no help? Yeah. And then they were just telling me this story the other day that when my brother got shot, they had gone to the hospital and they started cussing everybody out.
As they should.
And so then after they cussed everybody out, like the whole medical staff came over to help my brother. And then there was another guy there from the shooting, and he was actually a gang member, and he started talking to my parents like, yo, they're not doing anything for me either, like they're not helping me either. And my parents literally didn't do anything for him either, because they were like, you're part of the reason my son got shot.
Yeah.
Like they were like, fuck you,
there's a reason why you're here alone and no one's coming, because you don't want nobody to know.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do with you. Like, I'm sorry. It's like, I'm sorry.
I'm like, y'all is savage.
Yeah. I honestly wouldn't do anything with that kid either. I'd just be like, y'all need to take care of this boy too. That's probably all I would say, because I'm like, that's terrible. That's traumatizing. But
okay, so I pulled up the article, and the bodega owner did call the police.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Do they time?
And so he said he first made his phone call at 11:39. I spent 4 minutes with the operator. I was just telling him, please send the police. You already got my address. Oh my God.
I feel so bad for that guy, because he's gonna lose his business. If I was him, I would be losing my business. You know, like I would be in his same situation. I would be losing my business, because that's another reason why I will never start a business in the Bronx. And that's another reason why, if I ever own a business in a city that has a high crime rate, such as San Bernardino,
I need some security.
I need security, and I ain't finna be there. So I ain't getting shot.
Some people don't have the choice but to be there, though.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
That's what sucks.
And I feel bad for him, because that was probably what was taking care of his whole family. And now he is fucked. And now he has to go get a job, probably just like a warehouse job. Because,
I mean,
all you've been is a bodega. I mean, you've been a business owner, so you can probably
Yeah.
get a solid, like, maybe a manager of a good
you
job.
better
But, like,
pray on it.
I feel bad for him because now he's going to get death threats. I'm sure it's already, excuse me, I'm sure it's already
Hopefully
happening.
they do something to protect him.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
A lot of people are in protective custody, but they said they've caught like 7 to 8 people related to this stabbing because it's like they're doing a whole gang hit. And then obviously we heard about how the gang leader, they said the gang leader texted the gang, like, or someone probably through because, they didn't want to connect. But they said like the gang leader texted the brother-in-law of the boy's sister.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, well,
how?
or boyfriend. I don't think it's
Yeah.
brother-in-law because they texted a 19-year-old boy to let him know, hey, it was the wrong person. We're sorry.
That's it.
Because at no point did they say we didn't mean to kill.
Yeah.
We killed the wrong person. They said we killed the wrong person. They didn't say we didn't mean to kill. So they're still gonna try to get that other boy because he released a sex tape of some girl.
Jesus.
Can you believe this is all over some pussy?
Like,
That was all over some pussy. Because he got some pussy and decided to record it.
I mean,
That's
shit.
That's why you don't record shit without people's permission.
Yeah.
That's why you don't distribute pictures
Yeah.
of women because niggas don't play about their sisters.
Some niggas don't.
They
They
don't play-
will beat the fuck out you
That was
or kill you. They planning to kill fam.
That was somebody's sister in the gang.
Yes.
It has to be.
And they're coming to kill homeboy. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, no, our intents are we're looking.
Yeah, and then they kicked out all those guys out of the gang, which who cares? And then
Did they jump him out? I'm just kidding.
no,
they was arrested.
It's gonna be bad for them in prison. I know that. I can just have a strong feeling.
hell
Because they got
yeah.
kicked out of a gang. It's gonna be bad for you.
And they probably got gang tats.
oh my
And
God.
people gonna know who they are.
They'll be like, you ain't. Oh, everyone's gonna know who they are. They're probably in
They're done.
maximum security.
They're done.
because they're celebrities.
I've seen a picture of a guy that was like a rapist or a child molester or something, and they had raped him so many times his asshole was bleeding.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He just had like blood where his butt was supposed to be like in his pants.
My friend who was a CO told me that too.
Yeah.
He had to like whenever there was a fight or anything, he had to take pictures. And so like there was one where he showed up and the whole, like his whole just where his butt was all the way down was just bleeding.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh, you got raped
You know
bad.
oh.
Can you imagine people fuck for pleasure and they're fucking you so bad your whole asshole is bleeding out?
They're not even fucking for pleasure. They're fucking to fuck you up. So
That's
they're
true.
being extra rough.
That's true.
They are pounding his shit.
They're pounding it harder than they would pound a pussy.
Yes.
That's very true. They're actually hurting you.
Yes.
They're probably not even pleasuring themselves.
No.
I mean, they probably are because they're fucking
Yeah, like their dick
psychos.
has to be hard.
Yeah, it has to be hard.
But I mean, they don't actually have to use their dick either. They probably
do
use some other
sodomize,
dick.
like
shit.
on 13
Yeah.
Reasons Why.
Broomsticks.
That's disgusting. How you gonna fuck up my colon? That's your colon at that point. That's not okay. And then you pop open the sphincter. That just everything just sounds wrong. But yeah,
I got real uncomfortable.
all in all, this is really sad just because social media is taking over. That actually parlays into one of my other conversations. But like social media,
It's making us inhumane.
yeah,
Because nothing's real.
and desensitized.
Yeah, nothing's real anymore.
Yeah. And you just hope it doesn't happen to you, and then it happens to people, and then it's just like people are desensitized about death, which to an extent it's okay just because you're not a panicking maniac all the time,
Right.
but it's making people think it's okay to kill. It's making people think it's okay to record killings
Yeah,
instead of
just posting bodies.
like we saw XX. I mean, they blurred out XXX, but we
But
saw him.
You still
Did you
get
see
the
him?
picture. Yeah, I
Okay.
accidentally saw it. I was
Me too.
really trying to avoid watching it because I don't like looking at stuff like that. Like I'll watch First 48 and things like that.
Yeah.
Because to me that I'm very detached from that. But it's
Yeah.
like when I accidentally see like a dead body on the internet and it's not for investigative purposes to find out like who did it,
Right.
that it just doesn't sit well with me. Like
Doesn't.
I'm not trying to see dead people.
And then some of these dumbass kids did the XXX Tentacion challenge. Yeah.
What's
I never
that?
looked.
What
I
was the
never looked.
challenge?
They replicated him being dead in the car. I never looked because I said that is the worst thing I've heard all week.
Okay.
Like that's not like I'm like I can't even talk about that. It's so below me. You know, like that is below
that
me.
just pissed me off.
Yeah, I've never seen it, and I never want to see it. Little kids are replicating what his body looked like when they videotaped him limp in the car. So people are trying to look exactly how he looked in the car. Everyone who needs to get their Instagram deleted who does that, like, and you need to be blocked from Instagram. The actual Instagram page needs to block you.
The whole
app needs to block you. You need to get off. You need to log the fuck off. So I mean, social media is really fucking
wild.
It's really fucking
wild place.
And but one thing I could ask you, since you know more about this too, is in a situation where, such as XXXTentacion got shot in the neck, this boy is stabbed. What should you do? Because I feel like people don't know the precautions you need to take to try to keep the person alive.
Well, I don't know a lot of first aid per se, but it's like if ever there's a wound, you need to apply pressure. Because you need to make sure you're cutting off both of the severed ends. Like you need to make sure you're like flattening out both of the severed ends in a sense of the artery or the vein or whatever. Like you want to make sure both ends are clamped off so that the blood can only go up to that point and go back down to the heart. Because like, so the reason I know this partially, like when it comes like to your carotid, you can have one functioning carotid and be fine. Yeah. As long as like the other part isn't bleeding. Because when I do carotid endarterectomies at my job, so this is when you slice somebody's neck open, you find the carotid artery because it has a blockage in it. So you find the common carotid and then you find whichever branch of the carotid has like the blockage in it. And so you clamp off both ends of the carotid. You slice it open and then you take out, it's usually fat, a big chunk of fat.
Are these people fat?
No, not all of them. They just eat unhealthy.
That scares me. Okay, it's unhealthy. Okay,
unhealthy diet. And they either have had a stroke and that's how they found out about it, or they were having headaches or like blurred vision or things of that sort. So they take the fat out of the artery and then they sew it back up. So during that procedure, we usually monitor EEG, which is an electric encephalogram. So that just monitors the blood flow in your brain, and you make sure that the blood flow is the same on both sides. So in your brain you have, this is so intense, guys, I'm sorry. It's fine. So in your brain, at the base of your brain, so like think about at your nose level, if you sliced straight back through your head,
that's the base of your brain. Yeah.
So at the base of your brain there, you have this circle of arteries in there called the circle of Willis, and this is what supplies the blood flow to your whole ass brain. This is like the major blood flow that comes from your two carotid arteries, which are like the main arteries that come off of your aorta and go up to your brain. Okay. So the circle of Willis connects the carotid arteries to your brain and provides blood flow to your whole entire fucking brain. And in this circle of Willis, there's communication between the left side and the right side of the circle of Willis, providing collateral flow, so cross flow to both sides of your brain, since your brain has two hemispheres. So during a CEA, when they clamp off one side of your carotid and thus clamp off one side of your circle of Willis inadvertently, just since that side doesn't have connection to the carotid, your circle of Willis, since it has collateral flow, can provide blood flow for both parts of your brain. So like if somebody has their carotid severed and you find a way to get the artery either clamped off, like if you're a medical professional, dig your hand in there and clamp that bitch. Damn. Or if you just provide enough pressure so that not too much blood is leaking out, even though it's still gonna fucking happen, it's gonna be real scary. That's gonna be disgusting. It's gonna be very scary, very nasty, very bloody. Like if you could just apply pressure to like help keep some of the blood in the body, the other carotid could keep blood flow to the brain. And that's like one of the most important things, like when somebody is like dying in like any sense, is maintaining blood flow to the brain and giving proper oxygenation. But more importantly, like chest compressions are like one of the most important things, like when somebody's like dying. So like if you have multiple people, have one person like fucking hold that shit. I probably would not perform chest compressions on this nigga. Like if he has shallow breathing, because like I just took CPR and they say if you are with somebody when like the event occurs, you could leave and go get help and then come back and provide aid to them. But if you just like find somebody laid out, start taking care of them right away. Like first see if they'll wake up, then after, if they don't wake up, just look for breathing, listen for breathing. Like if you hear breathing and it's not normal, just start chest compressions. But if you hear breathing and it's normal and like they have a pulse, just like wait. But y'all should just take CPR so you could know yourselves.
Oh my God.
But like the most important thing is like putting pressure on that wound. Yeah. Like you want to keep whatever blood is coming out in.
So in Junior's situation, you probably would have to take off a shirt.
you'd probably have to, like, he was probably cut in multiple places.
Definitely.
And like if it's somewhere where you could wrap a belt around, like you always see that in movies, like cut that artery off from flowing, put a belt around a limb. And if it's anything else on the body, just apply pressure.
Oh my God, that's so scary. I feel so sorry for that boy, because we saw the video and he clearly was bleeding out of many places. Because I remember I just saw that one hack that disturbed the hell out of me. He just lifted his arm up and just hacked him like how a machete is supposed to be used. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is a human. Like, you just sliced him open. I like how in the video you can't see the actual slices, because I was like,
yeah, no, that would be a lot.
I would have changed my life. But I'm tired of watching. I'm tired of watching these videos. But yeah,
I'm tired of watching people die. I'm tired of hearing people die. Like, it's just crazy. In 2018, people are getting shot and stabbed. I'm like, can we evolve from that?
Can we
please?
evolve, y'all? And why are y'all killing your own people?
Yeah, unless like
statistically, all killers kill their own people. Like statistically, mostly.
And that's why black on black crime is high. Like, it's high amongst us, just like white on white crime is high amongst white people.
Serial killers, if they're white, they kill white people. Serial killers, if they're black, they'll kill black people. Yeah. And so there's only a few cases where it's like a white person will kill black people. Yeah, but
because I think Jeffrey Dahmer didn't give a fuck. He just liked little boys and men.
He was just a whole weird nigga.
He was attractive, so he used that shit.
Yeah.
But he got murked in jail.
Good.
Yep.
Oh, ooh, we're not supposed to do that.
You're not supposed to do that.
See, you know, we just talked about that earlier. And it's like this, because he was terrible and he ruined so many lives. But, yeah, it is. How do you resist saying something like that? Like, good.
You have to train yourself.
Yeah. I'm just saying, God bless the souls of the people that he killed, and I'm gonna take back that good God. Sorry.
Yep, that would be that's so ironic.
But now a quick other topic that I want to move into was Cardi B admitting that she's been married to Offset this whole time, which I was happy about.
Yeah,
I was like, good.
I'm glad for them.
Yeah, I like that. But then people were like, so he cheated while y'all was married?
Get the fuck over it. Like,
get out of her business.
If she over it, you get over it.
And it's like
LIG it.
And it's like that video could have been old. Like, I still don't fully believe that I don't know. There was no timestamp on that video. He could have just had a video of somebody he fucked. He's a famous rapper. Yeah. He fucks a lot of people. You know, so I'm like, anyway, and I'm sure like Cardi B will cheat back. Like, you know, like that's why I ain't stressing for her.
I mean, with me, it's like as long as people are accepting of situations, I accept it.
Yeah.
Like, cause I could waste all my fucking time giving you advice, telling you what to do, and at the end of the day, you're going to do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Exactly.
Like, you're not going to listen to me.
Exactly.
Let's just be real. Like, and I've said this before, like, let people learn the hard way. Like, you can try and help and give your 2 cents for a minimal amount of time, and then after that, you're wasting your breath. Because I've done this with friends that were in abusive relationships.
Oh, yeah.
After I found out my breath was being wasted, what did I do? Fall the fuck back. And what happened? People learn the lesson the hard way.
Yep.
And that's like, try a little bit and then let it happen. Let it rock.
Yeah. Let people live
Don't
their
stress
lives.
yourself over other people's shit.
Yeah, because I had to learn, mind your own business.
Yeah, mind your fucking shit.
Which, I mean, to an extent sucks, because if people are cheating, you want to tell. But I'm like, I guess I had that conversation with a group of people. Were you there when I had that conversation? I feel like you were there. And I was like, yeah, I guess I just learned that you're not supposed to say anything. Like, you're just supposed to.
Yeah, everybody was like, nah, I want
to. But wasn't it split? Because some people were like, I feel like some people were like, yeah, just mind your business.
I mean, if like it's your friend that's cheating, I'd be like, yeah, you need to quit. Like,
stop.
That's it. Like, you gotta have that adult conversation. Like, look, bro, you wildin'.
Yeah, chill.
But am I gonna blow up your spot? Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Call me shitty. I don't care. I just don't want to be in that.
There's such a small amount of people that I could tell they would want me to tell. You know, those like that small amount where I'm like, okay, I would tell you. But I'm like, other than that, no.
Leave me alone.
No. But yeah, I just wanted to say that really quick. Congrats, Cardi B. Yay. And she didn't have a baby out of wedlock, but who gives a fuck? Because everybody.
She has some money to take care of it. I don't give a fuck.
50% of the kids on the earth were born out of wedlock. They were born out of wedlock. So it's like,
make your bed right.
And
that reminded me of.
Yeah, and most kids weren't planned. Most people were not planned.
Like Drake said, 2 times we met 2 times.
Oh my God, yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
That's just a lot in itself too.
Let's go to a commercial break really quick.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we wanted to interrupt our conversation real quick to talk about another Black business because we got to promote our people. We're gonna get that generational wealth. So this week, Zaddy, this week we have. This week we have Zach and Zoe Sweet Bee Farm. Zach, our youngest child, this is their story, has asthma and suffered from very bad seasonal allergies. We searched for a number of remedies to alleviate his allergic reaction, which significantly increased in the spring and fall seasons. We read about the many benefits of local raw honey and that honey can help prevent allergies. I did not know that. I need to do this. This concept is called immunotherapy. Oh, duh. I know what this is. And the philosophy is to strategically expose your body to the element you are allergic to, which over time should make you less sensitive to it, like you did with eggs.
Yep.
In this case, raw honey, named this because it has not been filtered or heated, contains pollen, and the body becomes more tolerant of pollen, thus reducing your allergic reaction.
I need that.
Okay, scientists. Yeah. They probably wouldn't talk to a scientist. Right. This led to our increasing curiosity with beekeeping, and as a family, we would spend weekends devouring beekeeping books and became very interested in the recent perils of the honeybee. Approximately 10 years ago, scientists and commercial beekeepers noticed a decline in the honeybee population, which I have heard of. They're like slightly going extinct. After months of research and coaxing by our local beekeeping friends, we decided to take the plunge and order bees, officially starting our journey as beekeepers. Damn. I actually think it's really cool because on their Instagram, they have their kids holding a thing with bees in it. And I was like, okay, your kids ain't playing.
And they're giving back to the environment because apparently bees are very important for us. So it's like, that's good that they're helping keep them alive.
Yeah, like that's and the cool thing is it's like there's not just one type of honey. They do flavoring, probably all natural flavoring. Whoa. Creamed wildflower honey, wildflower beetroot, wildflower lavender, matcha.
What?
Damn. Honey with ginger root.
I need that.
With blueberry, with
honey with ginger and some tea.
It says wildflower with rice protein vanilla.
Please
Jesus.
send me send the link.
Okay, with
send
a raspberry.
Link,
this one, let me just say the website since Ashley wants it. We all want it. It's zachandzoe.co. ZACH and ZOE.co. I really love it. They're great products. Their honeys are averaging from $12 to $15 for a big jar. It does not say the volume. I would have read that for you guys, but it's if you zoomed in, obviously the volume would be much more apparent for you. But also they give you recipes on their website, so check out their recipes because then it's really cool. It's just really nice to go through a website like this and be like, everything's organic, everything's real. And I have allergy. Ashley's been around a couple of my asthma attacks, so it'd be cool for me to do something like that. It'd be cool for me to do something like that too. So you guys, get your raw organic honey. They are located in New York also. It is 75 9th Avenue, New York. So they are in there with the high rent. Okay, that's how you know they're legit.
Niggas making money.
And if you on their Instagram, which is Zach and Zoe Honey, like it's a really nice Instagram. It's really like I'm hungry just looking at this thing.
That's amazing.
So just so you guys know, check them out, Zach and Zoe Honey on Instagram and www.zachandzoe.co, 75 9th Avenue, New York. And back to our conversation. So we're back, guys, and
we fucked up.
This is episode 34. And the funny way we found out is that my computer crashed and almost lost the whole episode, and then we went to save it. There were 2 episode 33s, and we were like, this is not episode 33.
Yeah, the first one we listened to was so wrong, and we were like, oh, fuck.
That's not it.
Like, fuck.
We thought we lost the episode. We were going to have to re-record it and be boring and flat.
Not have the same energy.
Not have the same energy at all and be pissed. Like, so we
probably would have cried.
But, oh, my God.
On God. Like, because it's been rough this week, and shit started getting better, I probably would have cried.
I would have been heavily irritated.
Yeah,
heavily. I would have been like, we need to just change the whole subject base because I'm over it now.
Yep.
Or we would have or it would have been real short. But yeah, so I'm recently hearing the news. Me and Ashley were talking about the fact that LeBron just signed over to the Lakers, and that shocked me just because the Lakers have been garbage for a couple of years now. So it's weird that he signed over for a team that's been.
Can I tell you how much his contract was?
Oh my God, yeah, tell me.
$154 million for 4 years. I know. That's why earlier when I I was like, what? When I first looked at that.
Getting $40 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, you know what's really funny? And this is kind of off subject, but on subject. I looked at the shares that CEOs and shit own of. I think I was looking at Tesla, but it might have been no, it wasn't Tesla. It was a different company, but it doesn't matter. It was a big company, and like the CEO and the originators, and they were like, "Oh, how many shares do they own?" And the first person, it was like 38,260,000, because you're the owner. You started it, and one share was worth $120. And he owned 38 million shares.
Jesus.
So imagine how much money these niggas are making.
Yep.
But anyway,
sounds like a dream.
Then that's why I was like, you're making 40 million a year.
That's awesome.
You're making 40 million a year. Your kids are so lucky. Your wife is lucky, because honestly, if you was LeBron and you cheated on me, I might stay.
That's like people don't be understanding.
He's a good father. You a good dad.
Nigga, you take care of your kids.
You take care of your fucking kids, nigga. You running the fucking league right now.
You know what you reminded me of? I forgot to mention how like apparently like Drake's baby mama had called him a deadbeat ass dad.
Oh.
But I was thinking like, and I was joking with Asia today. Remember Asia Pinnell?
Yeah.
So I was joking with her today on Instagram about how like, if you don't agree to have a child with somebody and then they happen to get pregnant and you're like, well, I don't want you to keep it, and they decide to keep it, are you allowed to call somebody a deadbeat parent?
Nope.
That's what I'm
but
like.
They do.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not really fair.
But I get it, because
it's like you got to be responsible for what you did.
When you put your dick in.
But then it's like, if you're like, well, if it was up to me, like...
You put your dick in. Shouldn't have put your dick in her. Because I was telling my friend, I said, if Drake got me pregnant, I'm keeping it. Who wouldn't? Who would not?
Right.
It doesn't. You look dumb for having an abortion. Like, I'm gonna disrespect.
But people were saying Drake has forced people to have abortions, but I'm like,
he probably has.
That happens,
and he's probably paid people.
Yeah,
to have
but I mean, I don't know how much. I touched Bradley. I don't know how much.
My dog's dick was out.
It was out. Ago. I'm terrified of him right now because that thing was nasty. I don't want him to touch me.
Yeah, so we both jumped on top of our chairs so his dick would not even be near us.
I did not need him to touch my feet.
Sorry, we're gonna continue.
Yeah, I got so sidetracked. What was I talking about?
Drake. Force people to have abortions.
Oh yeah, but it's like, how much forcing can you do?
A check.
Exactly. Like, but then if that's up to me, like. At that point, that was your decision to be like, well, all right.
Let Drake run me a couple milli check. Oh, nah.
Nah. A couple mil for a soul, my nigga.
But no, because I was like, I already don't want to have a kid right now. But I'm like, you could have the kid and have a better life.
Right. Like,
someone commented on the picture of the mom holding the baby and was like, she's holding a millionaire. And he was like, 3 months. Someone said she's holding a millionaire. I was like, that's true. Yeah,
that's very true.
Man, I think really Charlemagne or Andrew Schultz or somebody was making fun of. They were like, nigga, you already losing because you ain't gonna catch up to DJ Khaled's son. He ain't gonna be as famous as DJ Khaled's son. Your rollout got messed up. DJ Khaled rolled out his son real well. Yeah. I was like, you guys are so dumb. But yeah, we're talking about the Drake album just because it just dropped on the 29th, and I listened to the whole thing already.
Multiple times, I listened to it one time through and did like that video you sent me of that nigga, like, oh my God, he did it again. But like the first time I listened to it, I was low-key disappointed. So it took me, like today, I actually put it on while I was studying and just listened to it on repeat, and I listened to it in order. I was like, I'm gonna just really listen to this shit.
You have to listen in order too.
Yeah, I listened to it in order, and side A, I fucks with heavy. There's only like maybe like 1 or 2 songs I'll skip. Side B, so I think this is why I got disappointed, because when he released the track list, I got excited when I saw Ratchet Happy Birthday. I was like, oh, this shit is about to be
You didn't like that
fire.
Song?
No.
Oh, I love that song.
Really?
But the reason why, and I get why you don't like it, is because the title is completely misleading.
Yes.
And I was actually slightly disappointed when I first heard the song. I had to disconnect the title from the song. Yeah. And that's when I started liking it.
I gotta give it another try, because I was expecting like some YG.
You thought you were gonna make your ass clap.
Yeah. I thought I was about to be like out here getting it, and it's like, no.
I got let down the same exact way.
Definitely shut me all the way the fuck down.
I already don't like the B-side because Summer Games is on it.
Summer Games. How's that one go? Let me see.
Oh, Ratchet Happy Birthday is on the B-side.
Yes.
Summer Games is the trashiest song that Drake has ever created in his life.
What?
That's the one. Oh my God, it's the radio one.
This
Oh
one.
my God.
Okay, I get it.
I hate that song.
I don't like that one either.
Even the mute, like, Drake,
Yeah,
what
it's
is
like
that?
I see what he was trying to do, but
Don't
I don't fuck with it.
And it's like, I get that you're trying to make your radio songs. I get it, but you could have not ever released that song.
In life.
You should have never released that song. Because I don't know what type of checks you were gonna make. Maybe that shit is already licensed to a movie or something.
Right? Because I can't.
You could. There's a whole bunch of other songs that could be licensed to movies.
And then the Michael Jackson song, Michael Coulda Came Harder.
Okay.
I agree.
I was thinking the same thing. It doesn't matter to me what you say.
Like that song.
You said Michael Coulda Came Harder. Like, Drake, how much you pay for that?
Right?
Because
you got money.
You should have dropped more to get a different bar because. You said Michael Coulda Came Harder.
Yeah.
That is the funniest thing I've heard all
You
week.
didn't see those memes?
No.
Those memes had me dead. People were like, yeah, but Michael Coulda Came Harder.
Oh, I need to see
There's
that.
like so many. Like,
oh my God, I need to see that because that is hilarious. Because it was, doesn't matter to me. It doesn't seem like Michael Jackson tried that hard to even make that because he had a billion songs.
This nigga did though. Like,
yeah, I know that's fucked up.
The worst.
The music
part.
the money went to his estate, maybe his kids.
Yeah, something.
His kids just got a huge paycheck.
Final Fantasy is definitely my shit.
I don't remember that song.
It's the beat goes mad hard.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. You know.
Yeah, that's lit. Okay, so let's just go through this. Let's go from the top. So I don't really remember Survival. Like, I just remember it.
You know what? I remember Survival because it reminds me of Tuscan Leather on Nothing Was the Same. And I don't really like Tuscan Leather, but I will listen to it because that shit low-key goes hard. It's just not always my mood. Because it's like one of them real rap songs.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
As soon as I heard that, I was like, I know what it is.
It's like all the ones with stars I really do actually fuck with. Because Talk Up, I'm sorry, I'm skipping down. Like Talk Up with Jay-Z.
Yeah. That one's cool.
I fucks with that one.
And the thing, I love the description of his album. Did you read it?
But I know, I did see it actually.
And it was like, Drake raps too much. Drake is in his feelings. Drake is it. And then at the end, it's like, yeah, I know. Signed Drake. I was like, I love that.
Let me be me.
And he needed to come out with a double. The funny thing is people were like, oh, there's a lot of songs I didn't like. I was like, it's a double album, so there's double the songs you don't like. So you don't like the same amount of songs as any other album. Like, but I liked that he went back to rapping. He rapped a lot.
Yes. I love rapping Drake. Yeah. I love singing Drake too. Like, I just love Drake. You guys know this. Yeah. Like, but I really did give him his album a chance, and like, in my eyes, I feel like this album definitely way better than Views. I did not like Views. I did not fuck with Views.
I didn't connect with Views.
Never really listened to Views again after like the first fucking week, or maybe like I listened to it like for a month, like because you gotta always give it a try.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yeah, I'm not fucking with it. But like, this is almost on the level of Nothing Was the Same. Yeah. Like, and Nothing Was the Same, I listened to that album for an entire year straight.
We're getting our Drake back.
Yeah, so it was like Nothing Was the Same was a really good album. And it's funny, like after Nothing Was the Same, nothing was really the same because the music started sucking.
Nothing was the same.
My nigga, get back on your shit.
That's the problem with really hitting a huge peak is because how can you match up to that? How could you
top it?
But
I feel like he did good with this one because there's so like I'm listening to the music and like there's so many songs I fuck with.
Yes,
there's and on a two-sided album, there are so many songs that I fuck with. Like, and I noticed like today when I was listening to it, I rarely skipped over a song. Like, I skipped over the single songs I've already heard. Like, I'm Upset, like God's Plan. What's the other one? Nice for What?
Nice for
like,
What?
I skipped over it. Like, I really listened to that song.
Yeah, I never listened to those.
Like, I skipped those, but like,
I might as well.
There's only a few other ones that I skip on the fucking album. And, like, I feel like that's really good, especially like the first listen. I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm probably not gonna really fuck with this.
Yeah, I was in the car really bobbing my head going to work, like, damn, I actually do fuck with this album,
right?
Because it made me feel good. Like you're driving to work, you're hearing it for the first time, you're like, dang, Drake is not disappointing me. I'm fucking with these songs. But what song was it that just took my soul?
Blue Tint.
I think it was. Soul. I was just about to say.
Blue Tint took my soul.
Blue Tint took my life.
And
Blue
that's
Tint.
How You Feel. I like that with the Nicki verse in the back.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Make them yes, man.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, Drake, yes. And then Nicki just got a check. So when I heard that, I was like, oh, so Nicki got paid and she didn't even do shit. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
But
I really like the feel of the album. Like, I feel like it had like an old school vibe type feel. Like, especially like the way some of the music was mixed. But yeah, overall, so far, I
really
like
good.
it. I feel like I'll probably fuck with it heavy because there's just so many songs that I like and it's so versatile.
Many.
Like, there's side A, side B. Like, what Drake do you want today?
Elevate is great. I mean, and the thing is, if you don't feel like listening to rapping, there's enough party songs.
Yep.
Like yesterday, I was at a party, so we were just playing the Drake album. But there's so many party songs. Like
After Dark. Oh my god.
Which one's After
Take
Dark?
my soul through my vagina.
Oh yeah.
Just do that.
I
for
like
me.
After Dark. It's different.
I'm like, I already know I'm about to have sex to this.
Oh, it is what it is. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. After Dark, I liked how it was. After Dark was very different, and I really liked that. And freaking Mob Ties is really good.
Yeah.
Sandra's Rose, I liked how he shouted out Charlemagne, and it dropped on Charlemagne's birthday, so that was kind of cool. You know, like
fellow Cancer brother.
like I said, Summer Games needs to die. Ratchet Happy Birthday. If you guys listen to it, the title does not match the song, but the song is good.
I can't.
It's your brrrr.
Yeah, that
It's your
part. That part
fucking
was funny to
birthday.
me.
It's just that part makes no sense, but I just like how he's being an artist. But Amanda Seales did post, and she was like, his album was good, but it just sounded like Amigos remake. And I get what she's saying, as it like that's very extreme, but I get what she's saying as in like she started playing his old songs on it. She was like, and I was like, damn, this nigga did make anthems. Like Nice for What was an anthem, but he made songs that was like all around was just like everything. Like all these songs that dropped, like Nice for What is not sticking the way his other hits are sticking, and I'm upset it's not gonna stick the way of it, because that was partially just about Pusha T, but not really. And then what was the other one? It was excuse me, God's Plan was also good, but it's not sticking. Have you noticed? Like it's not blowing up the way his other, because she played the she played that one song where the background is like dun 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 dun. He's like dun 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 dun. What song is that? And like she was just like dancing, and I was watching my phone like that shit. Like he has songs that still hit years later. Oops, sorry. You know, Drake is just open, but I get this. The album was fire.
Yeah, it was fire to me.
I'm sorry, guys. Like, and I did the poll on my Instagram too, and it was like 76% was like it's fire as usual, and then like 14% was like nah. And
some of y'all just haters by heart, and you just cannot accept Drake. But
and they're
let that
critiquing
nigga
too
live.
hard. People are critiquing
and
too
y'all
hard.
letting your hypermasculinity take you too far, just like y'all did on Terry Crews this week, making fun of him for standing up for sexual
did him
abuse.
So dirty.
Yeah.
Why? A man grabbed his dick, and he's a big man, and he's black. He can't punch him.
Yeah.
Because then he's not going to work anymore.
And if y'all are dumb.
He's
Because
Terry
if you
Crews.
would react that way, you're fucking dumb.
And if you're a black man who looks like him, you
You're
cannot
dumb.
react that way. If you're a skinny little Nipsey Hussle, bitch slap that nigga.
Bitch slap the fuck
Bitch
out
slap
that nigga.
Charlemagne was like, this nigga had house slippers on. That's how you know he was serious about that slap, because you can't fight with no house slippers. I was like, that's funny. Fuck. Charlemagne is so stupid.
Nipsey really slapped the fuck out that man.
He slapped the holy moly out of him.
Like, oh, he has anger issues clearly, because that escalated so quickly. I feel like there wasn't that long of an altercation or like argument for him to get ready to
he
slap
felt disrespected
somebody.
because that guy slapped the shit out of his bodyguard's hands,
Okay.
and he probably
You're
really
right.
fucked, because people are friends with their bodyguards.
Yeah.
And so like he literally smacked the cone. It was so fast. It was just bah!
Yes.
Like, ooh, you got a bitch slap. That nigga probably
How
gained
mad-
followers
how
just off of
mad-
getting slapped. I'm like, damn.
You're so mad to slap somebody.
People are like, is your face
even
okay?
more. He didn't punch him, because that's like,
You don't go to jail for bitch slapping.
And it's more disrespectful to slap somebody.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like a real bitch
You-
when
it's a
you
bitch
get
slap.
slapped.
And it's like, it's kind of really smart to slap, because
It's not close fist.
police will let that go more than, because they're like,
Than a
well,
punch.
you hurt, you slap. You know, like if you punch somebody, that's battery. If you slap, you could say self-defense.
It's gonna be like assault. Like,
it's gonna be lighter because it's a slap. You was treated like a bitch. But sorry, we tangented. But okay, so you have that verse from Drake. Me and Ashley were talking earlier about this verse that really spoke to us, because it speaks about a lot of the stuff we talk about on this podcast. You have it?
Yeah.
Okay. Go.
If I could read it.
Go ahead.
I always hear you. I'm trying to see if I can read this.
That's okay.
I'll just read the whole
Drake.
thing. I always hear people complain about the place that they live, that all the people here are fake and they got nothing to give. Because they've been staring at somebody else's version of shit that makes another city seem more exciting than it is. I know a girl whose one goal was to visit Rome. Then she finally got to Rome, and all she did was post pictures for people at home, because all that mattered was impressing everybody she's known. Oh, this is poetry.
Yeah.
I know another girl that's crying out for help, but her later caption is leave me alone. Her latest caption is leave me alone. I know a girl happily married till she puts down her phone. I know a girl that saves pictures from places she's flown to, post later and make it look like she's still on the go. This is poetry. Okay.
Had to snap.
Ignorant.
Hit the mic, but I had to snap for that, because I was like, he spoke to my soul. He spoke to things that I've been seeing that I don't like, but he also spoke to me, in which it's like, which we do actually make a pretty active effort to enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
There's a reason why. It's interesting because I've been doing it more lately than not.
Posting late.
On my birthday boat. Barely posted. I took other people's pictures yesterday. Also barely posted. Like, the only reason my phone was out was because I realized, I haven't posted shit because someone else was doing it, and I was like, oh yeah, I do want to celebrate this girl's birthday. Yep. But it does make sense to be like more in the moment, like, because people do travel just to take pictures. And it's like, thank God I was able to be when we went to London and Amsterdam for so long, because I really was able to absorb the culture. Like, I was even if I was on my phone, I was there for so long that I had the time to really absorb and like love the place. Like, even though I only really loved Oxford and Amsterdam and didn't really like London, but still, like, we absorbed Amsterdam.
We tried.
It was fun as fuck.
A for effort.
And so it's like, and we're continuing to travel, even in New York. I mean, actually didn't even like New York like that, but just absorbing and trying to learn what we like. It makes a big effort. But to this man's verse, the first bar that spoke to me was
the one that touched your soul.
The one that actually touched my soul the most, which we both reacted to, was she's happily married until she puts her phone down. And I was like, because that's not just marriage, that's relationships. Like, you notice these people who 2 days into becoming boyfriend and girlfriend, they're already posting like, my MCM and thank you. Oh my God, the thank you ones. Thank you, because I've done that before too. That's why it's funny to me. Thank you for being, and it's like,
what, bitch? What you doing? I don't think I write essays about my man on Instagram. I don't think I've ever done this. Like, I write essays in his cards, personalized cards that I hand to this man. Yeah. I'm not putting my whole everything on Instagram
for you to see. And it's
like, let me check. Like, I don't.
No, you don't.
I don't.
You don't. No, that's a good lesson to learn, because it keeps it more personal. If when you send them long messages, it's in a text, or it's over the phone, or it's in a card.
Yes, I write that shit down,
because then people don't need to know your business, because what relationship doesn't have downfalls, right? So why are we going to continue to act like we're really happy? There's probably relationships who are happily married who were, while they were together for 2 months, didn't speak because they had issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to post everything, because it's diluting people's relationships. People are only hanging out with their boyfriend to post it. And I'm like, oh, you're in this relationship to post it. Yeah, like, you're not.
You might not seem cute.
You might not like this nigga. And it sucks, because people will carry their whole relationship to marriage to that. And then it's like, she's happily married until she puts her phone down. Because it's like, it just sucks that social media is doing this to people. And I'm going to have to really talk to my kids about this shit, because it's going to be very bad.
Worse.
It's going to be so bad when we have kids.
Man, I hope, like, on WALL-E, how all the humans were fat because, like, they had their cell phones, like, in front of their face. I just really hope shit isn't like that. But the way America is trending, how easy food is for delivery, like, how many people are addicted to their phone, how many little kids are addicted to phones. Like, I'm just worried.
Yeah,
technology is like our worst and our best thing that we have created, but it's just like, people need to, like, it needs to stop being so addictive.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Remember when we used to ride our bikes down the street and go to this person's house and this person,
go outside, get sunlight,
go to the park and kick it. Like,
we would really be at the park all the time,
just sitting there and breathing real air. Like, right? It's crazy how things have changed. But what was the other bar?
The one in
there
this
was
line?
3. Yeah, there's 3 solid situations.
Oh yeah, the girl that went to Rome just so she could post Rome for people back home.
Yeah, she wanted to go to Rome so bad, but when she went there, all she cared about was making sure that the post was up. You know what's really funny about when we were in London and Amsterdam? We would go with, sometimes we were walking around and we weren't on a time frame most of the time. And so if there was somewhere that were really pretty, we would stop to take pictures, right? Me and Ashley took these pictures and did not post them.
Any. I didn't post any, actually,
because like I posted them in all of 2 posts, one which came 2 months after the one.
Basically on my Instagram I never went to London. That should never happen.
It never happened.
I never was there.
It was only on your IG story.
Yeah,
it's like,
bitch, never made it.
I had to make a recap post about London because I didn't post anything. And it's good because we fucking forgot. Yeah. That's how it should be. We shouldn't be remembering to post. We should fucking forget to post.
And it's because I don't really care about Instagram like that.
And Instagram is trash and it's full of trash people. And a lot of my anxiety has come from like things that happen in my mind that's not happening outside. You know, no one's looking at you and thinking these things that you're thinking. It's just that you're thinking it, so you're making it real. And so it's the same concept with like social media. You're thinking that people are looking at you like, oh my god, I want to do what you or I need to do better than her.
Like, chill.
The people I meet like that, I'd never speak to again because I have met people like that.
Please
and I'm
chill.
like, oh, you're trying to be okay. No, I don't need to be your friend. Your energy is super off. But it's like that, her wanting to go to Rome so bad and then just making sure she posted. It's like, and then the third one,
it's the girl whose latest caption is "Leave me alone." But I know another girl that's crying out for help, but her latest caption is "Leave me alone." I mean, silent cries of depression. Right. Not saying shit.
Yeah. Leave me alone is like, who are you talking to?
Like, huh?
First of all, you're telling, because if you know Drake, then you have a lot of followers. So you're asking your some thousand followers to leave you alone? Then stop posting your fucking ass.
Whoa.
And then they'll leave you alone. No, but think about it. All these Instagram models. Oh, I told you the other day because I was looking through so guys, I was looking through this girl's pictures because she has a lot of followers and she's famous for her clothing line, right? And then I noticed, I was like, whenever she shows her face, I mean, she has over 2 million followers. So I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. She showed her face, 20,000 likes. Cool. I go to a picture of her turned around with her butt facing the camera, 80,000 likes. I said, okay, maybe it's just a time thing. So I go to another of her butt, 80,000, another of her butt, 80. And then there's another of her face, 18. And I was like, what? You lose 60,000 likes if you don't show your butt? And it's her body. She's thick as fuck naturally. So it's like, if her butt is not in the picture, her likes drop by, what's 20 out of 80? That's 1/4. Her likes drop by 75% if her butt isn't in the picture. That is sad. And it's like, I mean, obviously she built her following by her butt. You know, it's a whole bunch of creepy men who are only liking her butt pictures. But it just shows like people are valuing. That's how people value themselves.
Your body,
and that's why I was saying this girl. It's like it's probably a girl whose butt is like not necessarily her naked butt, but you know how girls angle their butt into their picture.
Yep, in like every single one.
Like it's a life or fucking death to not, or they put their titties in the picture. Like they're gonna die if their boobs aren't seen. But and y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about because we all know somebody like that. But he also had the post about he had a girl over at his apartment and she took a picture in his mirror and his main bitch realized it was his bathroom. Yep. And I was like, it's these girls who he can't even tell who's genuine. I mean, I really don't give a fuck because Drake is not the best person. I don't think he is. Yeah, I don't think he's the greatest person.
Oh, hell ass nigga.
And so like, I'm not sad for Drake. I'm only sad for the girl where it's like, you need to take this picture in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like she needs to make sure she gets this picture.
Like that's life or death for you.
Because then she can say I was in Drake's bathroom and try to check it. If you check, it is his house. You know, like, okay, because bitches are like that.
Jesus.
You know, and that's the world we live in. And I was telling Ashley about something that just happened recently. And there's this girl, normal girl, just like the rest of us, traveling, doing whatever. And, you know, come to find out, she's been like crying to her friends. Like, and I know she doesn't listen to this podcast, which is why I'm saying it. She's been because she's not the highest grade of weed on the shelf, as Charlemagne the God says.
Whoa.
But Charlemagne the God says that, so I just stole it from him. But So come to find out, she's been crying to her friends about how broke she is, which is like, that's normal to cry about being broke. That is the normal thing.
Yeah.
What's abnormal is going on these vacations back to back to back. And it's to the point where their last vacation, they didn't even do anything. They flew to a different state, went to a club one night, went to a dinner one night, and went home. But made sure to have pictures of all of it. So you just lost over $400 because a flight is $400 just to take pictures.
And wherever you're staying is a little bit of bread.
Right. So you paid a minimum of $400, and you're crying about not having money. You know, and it's like these are the lengths that people are going to make sure that they travel. Like me and Ashley been saying, like,
that's
bitch,
tragic.
bitch, we finna cool down. Like
right.
we after we are not planning anything else because we did what we need to do.
We're still gonna plan shit because we say
Exactly.
that, and there's already future plans.
There's
that
already
we made
future plans
a long time ago.
We bought Coachella tickets with no intention of going. Watch us accidentally go.
Right, I already feel it.
I don't even want to go to Coachella. Let's go to Rolling Loud because that shit was very fun. Like it was a very good concert, you know. But anyway, like we understand where our bank accounts will let us go, you know.
Yes.
And even though we call ourselves relatively broke because we don't own a house yet.
No,
we don't have our second car yet. So it's kind of like it's sad.
It's internet life.
It's sad.
It's taking us over,
It's sad.
guys.
But the cool thing about Instagram is it allows me to appreciate the people who actually do pay attention, because those same people who are liking my pictures or watching, I do communicate with almost all of them.
I know. I do talk to a lot.
I talk to a lot of them.
Instagram.
It makes me appreciate the people that I'm not one of those people that are like, oh my god, I didn't get enough likes anyway. Yeah. I'm just like, the people that I liked it. Solid. Yep. That's about it.
That's all I need.
And it's the best because those same people, instead of getting your comments like, damn, you look good, ma, they're like, so they'll comment like, bitch, you crazy, da-da-da. Like that's the type of conversations the homegirl and homeboy conversations we like to have. So Drake spoke to my soul.
Wait, and emotionless, he went on to another bar. Look at the way we live. I wasn't hiding my kid from the world. I was hiding the world from my kid. From empty souls who just wake up and look to debate. Until you staring at your seat, you could never relate.
Yeah. And it's part of
like
me.
That line I feel, but people were saying like, nah, that's just some bullshit he's saying to excuse himself for being a bullshit ass dad. But I'm like, well,
he's probably not a bullshit ass dad. You know, he actually did say something that made him sound like a bullshit ass dad.
He said when he saw him and then like all the shit he gave him for Christmas, like he really was not. He never met him like maybe like one time.
Yeah, he's saying something like he doesn't get to see his son often.
Yeah,
but I'm like, it's probably because they'll connect you to this woman and you don't want to be connected. But I mean, you also could hire a ton of people to just take the baby.
No, I don't think it's that. I feel like it's the relationship with the mom, and then on top of the other thing, he already said like a long time ago, you can't even book him for this year. He's already all the way booked. Damn. He already has all his appearances booked.
So he has no free time.
I know I heard this in one of his songs.
Yeah, he did. I know what you're talking about. Yep, he did say that. He's booked way far ahead of time.
I feel like there's a lot to it. I know I am biased, but I feel like there's like a whole lot to the situation. It's not as simple as people are making it seem. And like honestly, Kylie Jenner deleted all pictures of her baby because she was so tired of all the criticism she was getting from everybody. Yes.
Damn.
She deleted all of them.
Damn.
All the pictures of her baby.
That's crazy.
I mean, I get it.
And I'm sure Travis Scott probably doesn't even post the baby.
Yeah.
You know niggas don't be doing that.
And I honestly, I don't think I would want my kid like on social media.
That sucks because her baby cute as fuck.
But I know I'm going to be excited and be like, I want to share my baby. But then it's like, if I was famous, it's a whole different. Like, if I was famous, I probably would not post my baby.
Yeah, because people are going to try to get to your baby.
Yeah.
The thing is, I truly do get annoyed by people who post their baby too much. Kylie didn't post her baby too much. But, like, I do get annoyed. And so I have to be cognizant of when I have a child. I'm going to be excited, but it's like, I'm not going to post my kid in every picture. Because the thing is, I get that your child is your life once it's born, but you still had a life. Yeah. So it is disappointing for women to throw away their entire life once the baby comes out.
I mean, but some people like that. It's just like, that's not my cup of tea.
That's not my life choice.
I'm not doing it.
And since that's not my life choice, I'm also not going to watch your videos.
Because I know I don't watch them shit.
You know what I was about to say? Good God.
Because like some of them I don't watch. Like it's only certain people.
Or you click it and just keep clicking. Because it's just gonna be baby, 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 baby. I have a friend who the only thing they post is their child. Yeah. They didn't even get an Instagram until they gave birth.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. And then all they post is their kid. So when I see their snap, I just press right. Yeah, your kid's going to the park. Wow.
But wait, we're supposed to be talking about Drake. Like,
yeah, sorry, tangent.
I don't know. I guess he could be bullshitting, but
Drake, you guys know Drake is low-key not the best person.
Yeah.
He's a great rapper. He's a human. So I'm not even going to say he's not the best person. He's a fucking human.
Look at his dad. He's definitely like, you inherit them genetics, baby.
Yeah.
And it's just how things go.
His dad has probably run some bullshit. Because remember that, what's the song that he's talking to his son? Do you remember? I don't know what it's called, but there's a song.
March 14th.
March 14th. Is that the day his son was born?
Probably. Interesting, right?
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I think that's his son's birthday.
I wonder what sign that is. Anyway. But yeah, it's like, maybe he's an Aquarius. That would be really nice. But yeah, like he wrote a letter to his song and to his son, and in the song he was saying something to the context of that him and the mother are not getting along.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, why? Probably because he's not around. That's probably where the deadbeat came from.
He probably didn't want the baby.
Oh, he definitely didn't want the baby.
It's a Pisces.
Imagine what he offered her to get rid of it. That must have been staggering.
But he's still paying.
Dang, I would if, oh man. I keep wanting to be like, oh, if he offered me this much, I would have an abortion. I'm like, nah, man, you would keep it. No, there's nothing about your spirit that would let go of that baby.
He's never gonna have sex with you.
He ain't never gonna have sex with a lot of
right,
people.
He's never gonna have sex with you, period. Like, that opportunity never is.
I don't even want to be connected to that. Like, I don't, because it's gonna ruin my life. Like, a man like that will destroy me inside and out. And I don't need time. I don't have time. I really don't.
Like, he really does not give a fuck about bitches.
He doesn't give
the saddest thing.
Exactly.
He does not give a fuck. And he be making these songs, and Drake does not give a fuck about any of y'all bitches.
He's literally talking about the fact that he has a numerous amount of bitches. Like, I was telling my friend, how do men compartmentalize this shit? Because they have genuine feelings for some of these women. I need to learn that.
That's so much energy I don't have.
And he's the most famous rapper in the fucking world.
It's a lot of energy.
Maybe
you just feel really good, though.
I just want to be on the men's side. You know how men, like, even though Drake is cute, but like, men don't have to be cute. They can just be successful and rich. It's like obviously you want to be cute too, but like, as
more of an advantage,
especially as a woman. But it's like, I want to be the men's side. Like, I want to be successful and rich, and then meet somebody on my motherfucking level. I was telling my friend, I was like, I'm not even at the level of the man that I want. Like, the man that I want don't want me at where I'm at right now. Like,
you bum ass bitch.
Yeah, he's a bum. But she was saying, my friend was saying, like, you realize how, like, a girl will be like, oh, he has a good job, he does this, he owns this business, he's rich, he owns this car, and she'll get with him, and the guy will be like, she's fine. That's it. Like,
she's fine.
We're together. We're getting married. She's cute.
Yeah.
Like,
there's not a lot of prerequisites.
There's not a lot. I had to explain to my mom this morning that how, like, things have changed. How black men only some prefer black women now. Like, I was like, it's not where black men prefer black women now. Yeah. Only some black men. She didn't understand. I said, you're not there anymore. You grew up in a generation where black people dated black people because people were still racist.
Yeah.
Didn't
like,
really
have a choice now.
We're now in a world where it's like, nah, black men, some black men, like, they don't go for black women first. Like, they will specifically go to, like, a bar I was at last night in Orange County. It was very low black population, so that they can only meet Mexican and white girls. And it was all the black guys I saw, they were all talking to Mexicans because that's the next best next to black women, like, and no offense white people, but let's just be real.
I mean, ethnic people have it better.
We're just better.
Better.
But yeah.
Putting propaganda out. I don't know. Feel away. Shit. Fuck it.
We feel ways.
Yeah, fuck it.
How about you guys tell us the ways you feel?
Yeah.
So let's wrap this.
Yeah, look at God.
Oh my God.
Do you have one or do you have to think?
Mine are very typical. 6 weeks left of school. And then that's one, because I always have to do two because that's bullshit.
Yeah, hurry up.
And number two, I get to travel again in less than 2 weeks, and I'm excited. It's
jealous as fuck.
And Ashley, I told her to go. I actually told Ashley to go probably 70 different times, and she told me 70 times that she's on call.
Yeah. Like, bitch, it's traumatic for me.
I told her just leave. Just don't come. Say you sick.
I really cannot do that.
Be like, bitch, my back broke more. My back is additionally broke because her back is already broken.
I honestly, this week it has been feeling like that. Like, my back has been fucking hurting.
Yeah.
But like hurting in a way that it hasn't hurt before.
Oh no.
Like, this is a whole different level of pain. I was just like, what the fuck is this? A bitch did yoga. I was like,
did it help?
No.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I was just about to say go do yoga.
Did that shit, back still fucked up.
They haven't told you about PT at all? They don't want you to do physical therapy?
They do, but
you need to do physical therapy as soon as possible. I can ask
the second person to tell me this.
I can ask Monica because that's all she does.
And I refuse to listen because it's like, when do I have time? So I looked up workouts on YouTube that they would have me do for what broke. So at least I'm taking those steps.
Yeah.
But my back, I'm like, no, this is something else. Like, I need to go to the doctor.
You need to go to the doctor.
But my look at God is my back ain't hurting today. That's not my real look at God. My real look at God is we hired somebody, 2 new people at work. So that means I might be able to go back to working 3 days a week. Yes, Lord. I hope that's the case because that's still a lot. And then one of the people is black, and she is a real ass black girl.
Yes, bitch.
And I'm like, yes,
black.
This is what I needed. Now we have 3 black people on my team.
Okay.
Like, look at God.
Look at diversity.
Shout out to him.
Okay.
Like, let go. And then my manager, she's low-key getting more realistic. And I'm like, thank you, bitch. Like, finally, do you trust me now? Like, what is it?
She's getting more realistic.
Yeah, like, this is what I needed from you a long time ago. You know?
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm yawning.
Look at this tired ass bitch. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm tired too.
We were actually supposed to tape 3 hours earlier, and I was like, Ashley, I need to go to sleep really quick.
Yeah. It was fine though. Bitch studied.
Yeah.
So look at God for that too.
Okay.
I made headway.
Yeah.
I stopped stressing myself out too, because
yeah,
I was real stressed on like Friday.
That's the best when you get to a certain point and you're studying where you're like, okay, I'm not gonna die anymore.
Yes, like my body feels different. That's how stressed I was. Like, it was for real stress.
My body feels different.
Yes, I was like getting sick. Like,
yeah,
I hate when I'm that stressed out.
Yeah,
that is so not good for you.
That whole week where I was sick, it was multiple things, but like that was one of them. I was like, oh, I'm really finna fail. Guys, I didn't fail, but I was really like, I'm really finna fail.
You be stressing yourself out way too much
for some shit and like I said a second ago, you be telling your shit something that only you are telling yourself. Nobody else feels this way. This ain't even true. Like, you have to really teach yourself to not tell yourself bullshit. Like, because you just naturally tell yourself bullshit, and that's what makes you antisocial and depressed and shit like that. And so I'm trying to grow out of that, you know. I went on the extreme of social last night, but I'm just not going to talk about it.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Nina was living.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, let's wrap up. Nina,
yeah, just so you know, catch us on Apple Podcasts, search Young and Getting It Podcast, because you know we pop in with no G at the end, just an apostrophe at the end of Getting. Young and Getting It Podcast. You're gonna subscribe on there. You're gonna leave a review because you love us.
Be telling niggas now.
We're
okay,
fucking amazing.
Do that shit.
Yeah, and then we're on SoundCloud.com/WeAreYAGIP. What you gonna do on there is follow us. You're going to follow our page, you know. You're going to see us on there. You're going to listen to our episodes. You're going to leave comments because you like that shit. You can even download our episodes because we fucking lit, you know.
So when you ain't on Wi-Fi, you could listen without using data.
Okay.
Let's be smart, guys.
You know, so, you know, do all that stuff on there. YouTube, same thing. If you look on there, there's a cartoon animation of me and Ashley because we're boss bitches. You're going to, once again, search Young and Getting It Podcast. I'm being really extra. Young Getting It Podcast. No G at the end. An apostrophe. Not, you know, young and Getting It Podcast. We're also on GooglePlay for you guys who have that. We're also on Stitcher. And we're also on Pocket Casts.
And you can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at YAGI_podcast. You can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/YAGIPOD. We have our website, www.weareyagip.com. And then our email, ashleyninapod@gmail.com. You can hit us up on there or on our website. And then also the new addition to the family,
Yes.
the Google Voice number. So you could text us. And I mean, if you're like an old school person, I guess call and leave a voicemail. The number is 323-486-3811. So text us, call us, do whatever.
Yes.
Just don't send dick pics and don't be creepy.
Yes. Excuse me.
That's all we ask
guys for another week. Episode 34, since we called it 33 at the beginning.
Yeah, let's get our life together.
Thank you for listening to us. Thank you. Please leave any comments or whatever you want to hear about, because we need to educate each other, and we do need to have these serious conversations too, because life is life, and life is going to throw a lot of bullshit at you.
Exactly.
And so let's talk, let's chat, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. Bye.